And now, Chris, we'll give you a quick breather, and we're going to transition over to one of the oldest, most, I don't even know if there's a good word to describe this, Chris, but it's a great rivalry between Hampton and Phoebus. This game played at Darling Stadium. A lot on the line here in the Peninsula District.
And early on, it would be the Phantoms defense trying to set the tone, shutting down the vaunted Hampton rushing attack, leading the Peninsula District in rushing yards. Were the Crabbers coming into this one. And on the punt, it's going to be taken on the hop by Tyree Lee, the starting running back, and he picks up good field position in the Phantoms in business early.
This is a game, Chris, that was really decided when it came to the special teams units. You see here Phoebus with possession, nice pass out, but you see the stout Crabber D quick to the ball.
Special teams would be the name of the game for the Phantoms early on as Eric Anderson connects from 28 yards for a field goal. 3-0 the early lead for Phoebus. Now Tyree Lee.
There you go. Eric Anderson working double duty, Chris. He's not only starting quarterback but the kicker. Handoff to Lee. Doesn't get in, but on the ensuing play, the quarterback keeper will get into the end zone for the touchdown.
10-0 the lead now. Hampton still being shut out into the second quarter. The Phoebus cheerleaders obviously happy, and this one a big game for both teams of the Peninsula District. A lot of jawing before the game going on, and both these teams trying to prove a point. And it would be the running attack for the Crabbers who would finally break through as Kevin Bellamy goes down the left sideline inside the 10-yard line, and Hampton in business trailing by 10.
Watford here, another one of the top 10 rushers in the Peninsula District here will get loose, and he will find the end zone on that quarterback keeper.
From 7 yards out, unfortunately the extra point would be missed, so it's 10-6 still in the first half. As Phoebus back with the football, Eric Anderson looking down the field, finds a wide open Daquan Romero from 17 yards out, and Anderson with a great throw to him. As we see in the replay, Romero untouched, unguarded down the middle of the field.
Can't get much easier than that for the receiver. Walks right down the middle of the field for the touchdown. You see now the lead has ballooned to 24-6.
Tyree Lee had a 27-yard touchdown reception. Opening kickoff of the second half, it would be Breon Key, who momentarily loses a football and then momentarily loses the entire Hampton special teams unit 80 yards down the field. And that pretty much ended any hopes for a Crabber comeback.
And as we said before, Chris, a game where special teams really the deciding factor. Special teams coming through for the Phantoms here as they've broken this one wide open at this point.
30-6 going into the fourth quarter. Hampton trying to mount a comeback with one last quarter to play. Watford would hand off to Dallas Cogdale up the left side, cuts it back toward the middle, trying to outrace the Phantoms defense. And that would be a big gain, but one of the few big gains on offense for the Crabbers.
Watford here will drop back. He's going to look to pass. He looks to the right side. He has a receiver. Great catch along the sideline, even taking out the official there. Got to be more careful there on the sidelines, Chris.
As Bellamy would cap it off with a 6-yard touchdown run as he continues to plow his way toward the end zone, reaching out, and he is in for 6, but the Crabbers on the night would only average 3.5 yards on the ground, and that would pretty much spell doom for their perfect season as they fall to Phoebus 37-12. Phoebus remains atop the Peninsula District standings with a nice victory against Hampton.
That's right. Once again, an age-old rivalry here. The final score, once again, 37-12 in favor of the Phantoms. Breon Key with 2 special teams touchdowns. So Phantom with 224 return yards in this game. Dave Watford, rough night, 6 for 18, 125 yards. And the Crabbers as a team rushing for 154 yards. As we take a look around the rest of the district, Woodside over Kickintan 17-0. Derek Miller with a 32-yard pick 6. Warwick over Denbeach 44-20. Cardon Johnson 22 rushes, 278 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Moving on, Gloucester over Heritage 19-3. That win for Gloucester snaps a 15-game losing streak in the district. Moving on, Bethel over Menchville 42-10 in that contest.